What is going on, guys? My name is Chopper and this is my first video on this channel, and it's going to be a deck profile for one of my favorite decks to ever play, Code Talkers. I'm going to go over the deck list, what every card is in the deck for, and I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. And I'm going to show you some duel replays so you can get a feel on some basic combos of the deck. So we have Dotscaper. This card, if it's sent from the deck to the graveyard, or yeah, deck to the graveyard, you can special summon it. So you do that with Code Generator. If it's banished, you can special summon it. You can do that with Scripton. So it's a good card. Your 4-Mud Skipper. This is basically to, if you link with it, you can get out your Parallel Exceed, and you can extend that way. It's pretty awesome. The first part of the effect does not matter. It's the second part. You can add one level 5 or higher Cyberse monster from your deck or hand if you use it as a link. 3 microcoders. Basically, you can search out a spell from your deck, a Signet spell. So you got your, your Signet mining, your optimization, and codec. You can search either one of those based on situation that you need it for. You can use it as a link material from your hand if you're going into a Code Talker monster. So it's awesome. 2 Max C's. I don't need to tell you why you need Max C in your deck. Link Infra, this is what I always call it because it's a tongue twister of a name. You can special summon it from your hand to a zone a link monster points to. It's pretty awesome. Good extender. A Cyberse Converter. Basically, you can special summon it if you only have Cyberse monsters. This is an extender. 3 Nightmare Corruptor Iblis. These 3 are very important to the deck. If you've never normal summoned, this is a great, when you're going second or first, this is a great way to extend your play to get a better field. I love Iblis, a fun deck, a fun card to use. Cross Debug, if you control 2 or more link monsters, and yes, that happens, you can special summon this from your hand. If banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 link monster in your graveyard. Your battling monster cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, until the end of turn, it gains attack equal to that target's attack. This is an insane card to have in your graveyard. I love this card. 2 Ash Blossoms, just for your turn 2 or for a max, your turn 1 protection, or a max C for turn, for your first turn. Backup Secretary, special summon if you control a Cyberse monster. Pretty self-explanatory. Code Generator can be used to link while it's in the hand for a Code Talker monster, so it's just like Microcoder, except this time it sends a Cyberse monster with 1200 or less attack from your deck to your graveyard. So you're going to send your Dotscaper from your deck to your graveyard. Bam! Code Generator, special summon the Dotscaper, and you got a free extension. 3 Lady Debugs. You can search 1 level 3 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. So this is basically a microcoder, Code Generator, a where is it? There it is. No, where is it? Oh yeah, Cyberse Infiltrator, a Link Infiltrator, just Iblis. You can search any level 3 or lower Cyberse, so it's awesome. Code Radiator, just like Microcoder and Code Generator. You can use it as a link material from your hand. And if you do, you can actually negate an opponent's effects of 1 monster on the field and change its attack to 0. And if it's on the field, you can do that to 2 monsters your opponent controls instead. It's an awesome card. Mathmech Sigma. If you control no extra zone monster, you can special summon it. So this is a great, if you have it turn 1 extender, this is an awesome card to have in your deck. Code Exporter, just like Radiator, Generator, and Coder, you can use this to link from your hand. And when you do, you can add 1 level 4 or lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard, add it to hand, so you can recycle like Backup Secretary, or your Cyberse Converter, or an Iblis, or your Cross Debug if you don't want it in the graveyard for that effect. You can even, just Mathmech Sigma just for turn 2, Code Radiator, Lady Debug. Basically, you can you can recycle. Scriptron. This is an awesome card. You can banish one Cyberse monster from your graveyard. And you banish the Dotscaper, and you're going to be able to special summon your Scripton and your Dotscaper because... Oh, one effect. So this is like your turn 2. So like if you know your protection. I forgot about that. I never really get these two together, so basically you want to keep that in mind. This is like one effect per turn and only that turn, and once per duel for each effect. So this is like your turn 2 protection. Like if you live, like say you didn't kill your opponent, this is a good protection or a good extender for the following turn. Your parallel exceeds off of your 4-month skipper. If you link summon, you can special summon this card from your hand, and once you special summon it from your hand, you can special summon another parallel exceed from your deck. Awesome. Gachiri at Ignister, you link with this, basically your card is unaffected by card effects. So say you have your Code Talker and your Dotscaper off of your combo, and bam bam, your Dotscaper's on the field, you just at Ignister your Dotscaper, bam, you got your at Ignister on the field. Dotscaper doesn't need its effect, it's already been special summoned. You link your Transcode Talker with your Gachiri at Ignister, you go into your Access Code Talker, 5300 unaffected by card effect beater. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And then, you know, if you have your Cross Debug engraved, it's also undestroyed by battle effect. It is disgusting how well this deck works together. 3 Signet Mining, you send a card from your hand to the graveyard. So say you have Dotscaper, you can send it to the graveyard with Signet Mining to pop Dotscaper's effect, so you can still use Dotscaper if it's in your hand. If you do end up drawing Dotscaper, you're going to be able to still Signet Mining it to get that free extension. Salamangreat Great Sanctuary, you get this by searching with Bale Links, or you draw it. This isn't like an absolute need on the field. Basically, you know, you pay 1,000 life points, target a link monster you control, make its attack 0, and if you do, gain life points to that attack. So this is like if you're going through, like, okay, you're going to your battle phase, and your opponent has like Karibo or something, and you know, like, okay, I'm gonna link, you'll see what I mean, and then you're gonna be able to link, and then with Sanctuary you'll be able to gain life points based on the attack of the monster that you chose to make 0. 4,300 if you're using Access Code Talker PS 5,300, because you do have to pay 1,000. Signet Optimization, basically your opponent cannot activate effects while your Code Talker monster battles, and you can normal summon one Cyberse monster, and you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck except for Cyberse monsters. Newsflash, only Cyberse monsters in this extra deck, so no negative output from that way. So basically it's like a free normal summon and a free normal summon, and your opponent can't activate effects during the battle phase while a Code Talker monster attacks. Signet Codec, if a code monster is special summoned from the extra deck to your field, you can target one of those monsters, add one Cyberse monster with the same attribute from your the deck to your hand. You also cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for Cyberse monsters. You cannot add monsters with the same attribute to your hand by the effect of Signet Codec. So basically, like if you go into Code Talker while Codec's on the field, you're not. This is a dark. You're not going to be able to add 2 darks to your hand through Codec in the same turn. Only 1. And since Access Code and Code are the same attribute, say you link into Code Talker and Access Code Talker later in the turn, you just have to put it in the back of your mind, okay, I'm not going to be able to search that dark monster. 2 Call by the Graves, anti-hand traps, anti-graveyard effects. 2 Infinite Impermanences. You know, Self-explanatory why you want an infinite. One Link Devotee. This is kind of like a protection. I don't really use it that often. It's not really that good, but you know, it is a very handy card to have in your extra deck sometimes. It gets you out of sticky situations. It's pretty fun. Talkback Lancer. You can tribute one Cyberse monster, then target one co-monster in your graveyard with a different original name from that monster. Special summon it to your zone this card points to. This is basically a free extender if you have a level 1, say like you have your Dockscaper on the field after all your plays. You can go, and another one, you can go into Talkback Lancer, bam, grab back like your Transcode Talker, and then go into Firewall Dragon. So this is a very, very good card to have in your extra deck. Soundline Great Bale Links, basically only to search your Sanctuary. That's literally its only use. Lingeribo, Anti-Trap, screw you, go screw yourself. What's that one crap deck I hate? Eldlick, that's right, screw you Eldlick. Lingeribo is basically in there for that. Opponent activates the trap card, you contribute to this card, negate that effect. If you do banish it, discards in your graveyard, tribute. The second part of the effect doesn't matter to you because you only are running one Adagnister and it's not an extra deck monster, so you don't have to worry about the second part of the effect. 2 Code Talkers, Code Talker extenders for Cynet and microcoder and everything like that. 1 Update Jammer. If a Cynet monster or Cyberse monster battles, you can negate all effects on the field till the end of the damage step. Each monster uses their original attack and defense. Also, if an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle, it's set to the graveyard, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. That's not the effect we really want to use it for. We want to use it for if this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, that link monster can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. An untargetable or unaffected monster. 5,300 attack points. That can attack twice? Yes, please. Code Talker Inverted. This is like if your opponent survives, or even just a combo extender. Code Talker Inverted is absolutely nutty. I love Code Talker Inverted. It's basically an extender. Say you have Code Talker Inverted, you link summon it. You have your Access Code Talker, you have your X Code Talker on the field, through your combos. You want to go into Firewall, you bam, go into Code Talker, go into Firewall. Love Code Talker Inverted. Splash Mage, target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position but negate its effects. So you're not going to be able to special summon a Link monster, but you're going to be able to special summon a Cyberse monster, which there's a couple, so it's basically a free extender. If you have it a really bad hand, or your opponent, it's like a turn 3 or turn 4, like okay, this is going to be a long duel, this is a good extender. X Code Talker. You can target main monster zones up to the number of monsters in the extra monster zones. So basically, like if you have your opponent has one Link monster or Synchro Xyz fusion in the extra deck monster zone, you can make 2 of your opponent's main monster zones unusable. It's basically all it does. And 500 attack points to the monster is pointed to, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. Transcode Talker. Basically, all co-link monsters gain 500 attack. Opponent can't target any of them with card effects. You can target one level 3 or lower Cyberse Link monster in your graveyard except Transcode Talker. Special summon it to the zone this card points to. So basically, you can just extend plays that way. Shooting Code Talker. At the start of your battle phase, you can activate its effect. This battle phase, this opponent can make attack, or this card can make attacks to all your opponent's monsters up to the number of monsters this card points to plus 1. So if this card points to 2 monsters, you're going to be able to attack twice. It's amazing. I love Shooting Code Talker. And each monster is destroyed by battle phase. You gain a draw. So you can draw that many cards. So this is like a, okay, I destroyed like 3 or 4 monsters this battle phase. I'm going to draw 4 cards. It's your turn. Basically, like, even if you somehow like do really well this turn, next turn you're done. Love that card. Firewall Dragon. While this card is placed upon the field, quick effect. So it's your turn or your opponent's turn. You can target monsters on the field and or graveyard up to the number of monsters co-linked to this card. Return them all to hand. If a monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Cyberus monster from your hand. Great extender, great protection. Mech Knight Crusadia Arvamax. While this card is link summoned on the field, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Also, their monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. It's awesome. If this card battles a special summon monster, you can make this card gain attack equal to that opponent's monster's attack during that damage calculation only. If this link summon monster you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can shuffle 1 card on the field into the deck. Awesome, awesome card. Access Code Talker. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's effect activations. If this card is link summoned, you can target 1 link monster that is used for its material for its link summon. This card gains attack to that monster's link rating times 1000. So if you link 3, bam, 3000 plus attack, 5300 attack points. You can banish 1 link monster from your field or graveyard, destroy 1 card that your opponent controls also for the rest of his turn. You cannot banish monsters with that same attribute to activate this effect of Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker is insane. Basically the boss monster of this. So yeah, let's get into some replays. That is the deck list. Let's go in. Alright, so this is duel number 1. I'm going to show you 2 replays. So this is duel number 1. As you can see, I open up Backup Secretary, Lady Debug, Adagnister, a Called by the Grave, and a Signet Mining. So this is a top tier hand already with Called by the Grave. It's going to debate out anything I need. So going up against this dude, he's going to T-set and he's going to pass. Now at this point I'm like, okay, a T-set, alright, what's going on? So I summon Lady Debug, I search, and he goes for the Maxi. I immediately Called by the Grave it, because I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to play the Maxi challenge. This is great. I was thinking he had Ash or Maxi in hand. People usually do, one or the other, or both. But he had Maxi. I search out Code Generator, because I already have Microcoder. Normally I would go and search Microcoder. So I then use Microcoder and Lady Debug first to go into Code Talker. That way I can go into Microcoder and search the Signet Codec, activate the Signet Codec over here, could be an infinite. I summon Backup Secretary, special summon if I control a Cyberus monster, bam, special summon it. Negate the Backup Secretary's effect because it doesn't matter if its effect is negated, it's already special summon and that's basically its only effect. I summon the Gachiri. I link the Code Talker and the Code Generator and the Transcode Talker. Signet Codex going to activate, and I'm going to activate my Code Generator. He's going to activate Spell Shattering Arrow, which I haven't seen this card in play since like 2009, so I was very confused. Very, very confused. You know, it does go through. I don't get to search with my Signet Codec. I was like, okay, depending on what his face down is. I summon the Dotscaper anyways, and I special summon the Code Talker using my Transcode Talker. I'm going to link the Transcode and the Gachiri and the Access Code Talker. I'm going to activate Access Code Talker's effect, Transcode Talker 5300, and I'm going to make him unaffected by card effects. So, Access Code Talker is safe for a turn. I go into X Code Talker. I activate X Code Talker's effect. I pop that. So with this field, if he somehow lived, by the way, Giant Germ, by the way, Lamau. If he somehow lived, like if he had like a Karibo or something in hand, I was going to link the backup secretary and Xcode Talker afterwards in the firewall for a monster bounce. So either way, I was going to have a untargetable 5800 attack point monster, or 5300 because the 500 is going to go away after Xcode Talker's linked, and I'm going to be able to bounce one card from the field back to hand. That's if he lived, but he did not live. But that's what you would do in that situation. So you would want to go into firewall off of this if he somehow lives. It's a pretty good combo. I like the combo. Alright, so this is duel number 2. You're looking at my hand and you're seeing one microcoder. At this point, I went, in all reality, I knew I just need to draw a Cyberse monster. I have a Ash, a Called by the Grave, and an Infinite in hand. So I got my turn 1 protection just to go around play fields. So he activates Kitchen Dragon Maid, I immediately Ash. I know Dragon Maids, you just negate the first thing that pops up. You negate the first thing that pops up. That is just how it goes. He's going to pass turn, he has 1 step. So right here, I'm gonna activate Infinite onto Kitchen Dragon Maid, and he's going to Dragon Maid downtime, which is perfectly fine with me. He's going to return that to hand and bring in another Dragon Maid card to hand. So I knew, okay, Dragon Maid Charger, okay, yeah, okay, I got this. So I summon Lady Debug, I search the code generator, and I link using the Lady Debug and the microcoder into Code Talker. He Ash Blossoms, trying to get rid of my Cynet. I immediately called by the grave that Ash because I'm like, no, I need my Cynet for the combos or else I'm gonna lose. This is the one time where if he has Max C in hand, I don't give a shit. I want that Cynet codec as soon as possible. I activate it. I link using the Code Talker and the code generator to go into Transcode Talker, activate Cynet codec, and activate the code generator. So that's going to bring Dotscaper to grave, and I'm going to search out my Gachiri at Ignister. I'm going to special summon the Dotscaper. I'm going to special summon the Code Talker. I'm going to special summon the Gachiri off of the Dotscaper. I'm going to link using the Gachiri and the Transcode Talker. Go into Access Code Talker. Make it 5300. Cynet going to chain off of Access Code Talker. Gachiri is going to chain that to make him untargetable by card or unaffected by card effects. Just straight unaffected 53 beat stick, baby. So I'm going to then search my cross debug. I'm going to have a 5300 attack. So the reason why I searched cross debug there off of the Access Code Talker because I had 2 link monsters on the field. I'm going to be able to special summon them. So I then go into Xcode Talker, and right here he's going to scoop. So off of the scoop, here's what I would have been able to do if he somehow lived, is I would be able to link the Dotscaper and the Xcode Talker into Firewall. And that was going to basically, you know, make sure I can bounce whatever card he summons straight back to hand right off the bat. So that is a surrender. Either way, the following turn I was going to win anyways. So yeah, that is going to be Code Talkers. This is a beautiful deck. I love this deck. I will stand by this deck. This is such a fun deck to use. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys found this entertaining and informative. Be sure to like and subscribe to make sure that if you want more videos, it gives me the want to make more videos if I see that people positive reviews. Thanks, guys.